What's up, everyone? It's Hey John, and the markets are screaming right now. They're screaming in pain. We're seeing everything starting to, well, collapse is the word I would use. We're seeing the housing market, well, it's becoming very unaffordable. And last time I checked, the American dream is to own a home. And it's looking like it's going out of reach and out of reality for the many. Are we turning into a dystopian society where we are all going to start renting from BlackRock? Well, it may happen because during the 2008 financial crisis, guess who came up and bought tons of good deals in bulk on pennies on a dollar? But you and I, well, let's just say we did not have the same access to those deals because the banks didn't want to give it to us. They made us go through hoops and they gave it to those guys on a silver platter. With that being said, what else are we seeing in the markets today? We're seeing another ominous word. That word is stagflation. That is the one word you do not want to see. It is the most egregious word in your pocketbook. New single-family houses sold month over month minus 16.6%. New houses sold year over year minus 12.6%. So what we are seeing here is, simply put, people are not able to buy houses, and that's why you're seeing a cliffhanger happen all of a sudden. We are seeing the interest rate increase by 50 basis points over and over and over, and we are going to see it happen a few more times this year. So if you think the housing price is currently expensive, well, ladies and gentlemen, your money is about to get even more expensive. So right now, what does this mean? It means that cash is king, and buying assets right now, well, you're going to see a reversion, a pullback, so to speak. And this will affect the equities, this will affect housing, this will affect crypto. And we're seeing it ripple through the whole market. So we can see here, folks, single family housing sold peaked in the third quarter of 2020. After that, it just sank all the way down to 2021. And we saw a nice pop back up, and now we're going all the way back down again. And we are back to Q1 of 2020. We're seeing pending home sales continue to decrease. We're seeing existing home sales continuing to decrease. So the question is, why are we seeing all of these housing decrease in terms of how many units are sold? One reason is because there's only about 1.8 to 2 months of supply of housing on the market. So right now we're seeing a housing shortage, so to speak. Inputs could be labor, it could be lumber, it could be materials to build a home, it could be nails, it could be tools, you name it. Everything is literally in shortage. You're seeing all these materials, well, they are outsourced and they're imported in, but you're seeing them off of Long Beach, California. Tons and tons of these cargo ships just sitting there, just waiting to get unloaded and undocked. You're seeing these ships sit out there for weeks on end, even possibly months. We're seeing Jerome Powell, J. Powell, continuing to increase the interest rates by 50 basis points each time. And just understand, folks, this will not be the last time this happens. It will happen a few more times this year. You can go ahead and check the federal fund rates. So we can see here, folks, the federal fund rates will increase by 125 to 150 in June 15 of 2022, but 89.8%. July 27th, 175 to 200 basis points at 88.2%. So what is the federal fund rate tool? Essentially, this is a place where you can get consensus. Think of it as voting to see where the highest probability of where the interest rate will increase as to what amount. Is it a guarantee? No, but it gives you a good idea of where and what range you're looking at. The previous one was around 500 basis points, and these basis points are essentially going to be a percentage. Now, instead of saying 1%, 2%, that may get confusing. So when you say 500 basis points, what you really are saying is 0.5 of 1%. It is just a way to make it more clear in terms of how you get the message across. When you watch all these financial news show and they say, oh yeah, we're increasing by 200 basis points, what they mean is that they're increasing by 0.2%. And when you say it this way, it's just very clear. It's a mechanism in terms of communication. In 2022, we can see currently The average single family house, the average price is $570,000. The median price is $450,000. If we go back to the beginning of Q1 2020 on this chart, you're going to see housing prices was about $375,000. This means that housing prices has effectively increased by 50% in less than 1 year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, last time I checked my paycheck at my full-time job, I don't think I'm seeing a 50% increase in my wage. So how in the heck are the average Americans going to be able to afford housing? And this is due in part as to why you're seeing the housing prices falling off a cliff, as in people aren't buying anymore. They aren't buying because they don't want to buy. They are buying because, well, they simply cannot afford it. Case in point, if you look in LA, Los Angeles, California, almost every single house is around at least $1 million. And these homes in LA, even though they cost $1 million, you're paying $1 million for effectively around 800 square foot. And to top it off, the cherry, the creme de la creme, and to top it all off, the house needs $100,000 to $200,000 worth of work. You're gonna need new panels, new sewers, roof, you name it. It's literally the most amazing time to sell your home. I'm seeing these houses sold and they are in shambles. And the person selling it, if you look in the tax history, they literally bought it for half the price and now they're selling it for 2x the price, and they put no work into the house, and the house is not very move-in ready, in my opinion, unless you want to live in a shack where everything is just, well, messed up. With that being said, to top all that off, we're now seeing the interest rate increase over and over and over, but yet the housing prices have not started to pull back yet. Based on what I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing the housing market reach an inflection point where, okay, housing peaked right now due to interest rates increasing. We're seeing lower applications. We're seeing lower home sales being sold because people can afford it. And now I'm even starting to see housing prices doing some price reduction. The desperation to buy these houses, well, is starting to fade, and people, well, let's be honest, folks, they're getting tired of it and they're just not interested. People are electing to say, you know what, forget all this. I'm just going to rent and live my life. Buying a home should be a joyous moment in your life because, hey, you've made it. You are going to live the American dream. But clearly that isn't the case. Leave me a comment down below with your housing experience if you've chosen to try to buy a house during this crazy moment in the States. Let me know, has it been good? Has it been bad? Did you overbid by 100K? Did you overbid by 200K? Did you just buy a house recently, last week, last month, and now you have buyer's remorse because interest rates have increased and effectively you're seeing your housing value decrease? Are you seeing appraisals not appraising anymore? What's going on in your neck of the woods? And share that information because so many people are wondering what is really going on. So please share your experiences and insights down below. Make sure you like this video and you smash that subscribe button if you're into that kind of thing. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I will catch you all on the next one. Shh.